Could you tell us about the sort of that moment that was you away from the shop, and then what brought you back into the fold?
Yes, certainly. So having returned to the shop, this is in the 90s as a sort of punishment, and being paid a very small wage, intentionally by my father as a sort of salutary lesson in life, a very important one for me. All my friends were flourishing or many of them were flourishing in banking, and they would have, my peers, they would have graduated in '94. They were already earning big money at the time, buying their first apartments, paying down the mortgage in 2 years. And I was living at home.
Yep.
Couldn't afford a car. The fun I had was thanks to my parents and a little supplement they would help me with. And I quickly realized that actually an education at university level was important if I wanted to do what they were doing, which was make a lot of money quickly.
Yep.
Didn't care what I did. And finance seemed to be the obvious choice. I went back to school, but this time in London, City University. I did the undergraduate business studies degree. It was a 3-year course. As a mature student, I should say, I was only a few years older than everyone else.
Okay, but still.
It was, the gap was extraordinary.
Yeah.
Because they were all 18. They were like I was when I went to America.
Yeah.
I was looking at them thinking, you fools.
Yeah.
The ones who weren't
You know
studying,
nothing.
you will regret that. And I was the really geeky guy at the front, taking notes and constantly asking questions. But anyhow, I did quite well. Got my degree there, and my pure ambition was to make as much money as quickly as possible. And I stayed in what is really structured finance. It's a sort of a form of secured lending. Very interesting academically. First 2-3 years, delightful. I loved it. Hard work, long hours, got paid well. And then, like with most things in the city, when your heart's not in it, it's not a pleasure.
Sure.
It's a objective to earn as much money as possible.
Okay.
The sentiments and the people you're surrounded by are not the sort of people that I think harmonize with my personality.
Okay.
Eventually, I found my way to RBS about 1.5 years, 2 years before the great crash. By May 2008, it was very clear to a group of us that we were not going to stay there much longer. They were going to get rid of us. So this is when my father, in his infinite wisdom, said, Eddie, what are you going to do you think, eventually? Well, I don't know what I'm going to do, truthfully. And he said, well, while you decide, can you help out at the shop maybe? You want to come to the shop and have a look around? And I said, sure. So I went in, and the first day, it was one of those magic moments where I walked in, and I went, God, it's lovely. The shop looks great. A few people walked in, started chatting. They were smiling. They wanted a cigar. We could help them. They left joyfully. We had a transaction.
Yeah.
And I sat in the chair with my father, had a cigar, and I said, Dad, this is amazing. He goes, yeah, it's not bad, is it?